What's up, guys? This is AMOK Matt Noob. Just wanted to go over my build, kind of show you what I'm doing. Sure, almost everybody has a high-end build at this point, but mine might be a little bit different. It might not be. So just wanted to go over it. Tell me what you think. I'm going to get started off with the weapons. First, I actually run my lightweight M4 in my first spot. My lightweight M4 has 25.4k damage. It's 19% enemy armor damage. I run Deadly, Adept, Competent. I like Adept and Competent because they both can proc multiple times, and I like crit hit chance and obviously the damage. If I can pop a booster, I'm getting an additional 20% damage right there with Competent. I run extended mag on it. My magazine size is the 120. I run 4% crit hit damage, 3% crit hit chance. The optics, I run crit hit chance again on that with accuracy and crit damage. My muzzle, I run the large suppressor, crit hit damage, crit hit chance. Common theme throughout my build is I like to have a lot of crit hit chance. I try not to depend on my teammates to create all of my crit chance. I try to make sure that I can run enough that I'm critting on most of my shots. Running a large underbarrel with 19% crit hit damage, 5% reload speed, 2.5% stability. And then my second weapon, which is very important to me because I do switch weapons whenever Adept and Competent aren't procced, I go to my Bullfrog. With my Bullfrog, I'm running a base damage of 22.2k, 21% enemy armor damage. I run Deadly, Responsive, Uncomplicated, which gives me a guaranteed 25% damage on top of what the Bullfrog already does. And then I run a 121% magazine with reload speed, critical hit damage. Again, my large optics is going to be crit hit chance. I have optimal range. I have headshot damage. My large muzzle, play with this one a little bit. I like to have the crit damage, so sometimes I'll go with a different one. This one's set up for headshot damage, crit chance. And then I run the large underbarrel with the small grip, which is crit hit damage. My chest piece is vigorous. Love having a vigorous chest piece. The overheal is very important, especially for me because I like to run the booster. It increases my damage. As you can see, I'm already at 8,000 firearms. My Bullfrog's 437,000 DPS. My lightweight M4 is 363,000. If you look at my vigorous, it's got a nice armor roll. It's not god rolled, but it's not bad either. So my vigorous chest piece, I have skill haste run for it. Last stand, I'm going to get that extra 1%, but I also have a good health roll on it. It's rolled for electronics, so 1270, and then I run a 267 firearms mod with health, and then I run a stamina mod with skill haste. Skill haste is very important to me, mainly because I like Adept and Competent to be going as often as possible. With my mask, I run refreshed. It becomes about healing once you're doing enough damage and how you can heal yourself. My toughness is only 284,000. Even in last stand, I'm not getting anything over 290. So I play with my med kits and stuff. It's very important for me. I have this one rolled to firearms, exotic damage resilience. The exotic damage resilience, it's become a little bit more important with the Seeker Mines. Doesn't always seem to work, but when it does work, it's beneficial. I've got burn resistance on this build, or on this as well, back to the Seeker Mines. And then I run a prototype firearm mod with 267 firearms, 3% skill haste. I run Shortbow Championship knee pads. I like to have skill power. It helps in healing, so I have these rolled for skill power and then shock resistance, disrupt resistance, and disorient resistance. Once again, it's rolled for firearms, so firearms very important. And then this one's 267 firearms, 3% skill haste with a 6% self-heal. My backpack specialized, it's any way I can get my skill haste, my skill power, I try to get it. So my backpack is rolled for firearms, it's got health, and then, I get the 200% of my firearms and stamina back to my skill power. And then I'm running 267 firearms mods with health, and then I'm running 2 6% self-heals on that. My gloves are probably the most important part. I've searched high and low to try and get a good pair of skull gloves. The armor roll could be a little bit better. The firearms roll could be slightly better. 1207 is still not bad. My major attributes are 9% skill haste, 5% crit chance, and then assault rifle damage. Again, crit hit chance anywhere I can get it on my build. It's very important. And then my holster, I'm running nimble. It's not quite God rolled, but as you can see, it's 1272 firearms, 1268 stamina, 1226 electronics with 6% skill haste. I get the electronics boost and a skill haste boost when I'm in last stand, which I play a good deal of. And then my prototype performance mod is 6% self heal. So healing becomes very big. I always try to run the scrambler. I don't like people to see where I'm at. I like to use it to my advantage. With my scrambler, you can see, it's running 13.7% crit chance, 13.7% crit damage. With triage, I'm getting it back faster than 30 seconds, but at a minimum of 30 seconds. I run a booster shot. Booster shot's going to give me, my self heal as well as the damage. I figured it to be about 18% damage, so when paired with skull gloves, immediately I'm getting a 36% damage, and then either competent or if my bullfrog I'm running, responsive and uncomplicated, I'm getting another 20 to 25% damage on top of that. And now I'm rolled for assault rifle damage. My talents, to me, this is as important as anything. I run triage. It's all about healing. My build's set up for, a lot of damage, so it's trying to stay alive at that point. So I run triage, I run critical save, combat medic to help heal my teammates, and then strike back, which helps reduce my cooldown, which gets me my adept and my competent back faster. I'll just kind of go through my character with you. My firearms is 8,057, stamina 3,090, electronics 3,851. The base weapon damage on my lightweight M4 is 25,122. I'm getting a base crit chance of 15.5. Actually, this is my bullfrog. My crit hit damage is 63%. My headshot damage is 99%. I like to hip fire with this, so headshot damage is very important to me on this one. Reload speed's 2.2. Reload speed bonus, I have 9%. The all weapons bonus is 31%. Then I have my assault rifle damage on top of that. Enemy armor damage is 21%. My skill haste is 32%. It procs it's up to about 35% in last stand. And then my max health is 192. My armor is 7746. A little bit of health regen, and then my resilience is.
You didn't smell that?
All right, and then we'll go with my lightweight M4. All right, so my lightweight M4 weapon damage is 25,363, 18.5% crit hit chance, 86% crit hit damage, headshot damage is 75%, accuracy is 4%, stability 2%. Reload time's 2.76 seconds. I don't really reload a whole lot, except for after the fight. I typically will roll to my secondary weapon before reloading. All weapon damage bonus 16%. Obviously, competence not procced here, so I'm not getting the extra 20%. Assault rifle damage is 1279. And then everything else, enemy armor damage is a little bit lower, 19%. And then everything else is exactly the same. So it gives you a little bit of an overview of how my high end was built. I really like having the refreshed. I use my med kits in my last health segment a lot, so that extra 30% healing becomes very important. Short bows are very important, mainly because I like to use shocks and the fire nades to separate teammates more so than use it to kill teammates. It's nice to be able to shock one guy, melt him down, kill his teammate, or put fire between them so that they can't heal each other. But it's a little overview of my build. Tell me what you think.